Picture this. You're sitting in the stands again. This time, it's not the scoreboard that hurts, it's that look in your child's eye. Gone is the spark. The joy they once had for the game feels replaced by frustration, doubt, and that what if I'm not good enough look. You've tried positive words, motivational speeches, even rewards, but nothing seems to stick. What if the struggle you're seeing isn't a lack of effort, but something deeper? Something we as parents are uniquely positioned to help them with if we get the approach right. Today, we're breaking open the real emotional load your athlete is carrying and giving you the tools to support them without overwhelming them. Welcome back to the Mental Weight Room, where we train the brain just like we train the body. I'm your host and mental performance coach, Antoinette Daytalk. Today's episode is specifically for parents, and before we go any further, I want you to know where I'm coming from. I understand this topic not only as a mental performance coach who works with athletes and families, but also as a parent of athletes myself. I've sat in the stands, I've driven home after hard practices and disappointing games and competitions. I've watched my own kids struggle with confidence, frustration, and self-doubt. So if you're listening to this because your child is struggling right now with performance, motivation, emotions, or even just loving their sport, I want you to take a deep breath, because struggle is not a sign that something is broken. It's a sign that development is happening. One of the hardest things for parents, and myself included, is watching our kids hurt and not being able to fix it. But here's the truth. Struggle is not the enemy, but avoiding struggle is. We've normalized physical discomfort in sports, sore muscles, tough practices, conditioning days that they don't enjoy. But when our kids experience mental or emotional discomfort, that's when panic sets in. As parents, our instinct is to protect. But confidence isn't built in comfort zones. Confidence is built in challenges that are paired with support. When kids struggle, they're learning how to respond to pressure, how to manage emotions, how to stay engaged when things don't go their way. Those are life skills, not weaknesses. Now, this is something I want parents to hear very clearly, because I've had to remind myself of this too. Your child's struggle is not your failure as a parent. When your child struggles, more often than not, it means the competition level has increased, expectations shifted, identity is forming, awareness is growing. That's development. Our job isn't to remove every obstacle. Our job is to help our kids learn how to navigate those obstacles. Now let's talk about a few common responses. No judgment here, because we've all done them. Trap number 1, trying to fix it immediately. When we rush to offer solutions, the message can become, your feelings are a problem. Trap number 2, overcoaching from the sidelines or the car ride home. This adds pressure and blurs roles. You're the parent, not the coach. Trap number 3, minimizing emotions. Statements like, it's no big deal, you'll be fine, just be confident. They're well-intended, but kids often shut down when they hear them. So what to do instead? Here's your real role. The shift I want parents to make is to understand your primary role is not to be the coach. It's not to be the fixer. Your role is to be the steady presence while your child learns to regulate him or herself. That means, 1, lead with emotional safety. Before advice or lessons, your child needs to feel understood. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, that sounds really hard. Number 2, separate performance from identity. Help them understand that effort does not equal outcome. Performance does not equal worth. And one moment in time does not equal their entire future. Number 3, model calm under pressure. Your nervous system sets the tone. If you're anxious, they absorb it. If you stay grounded, they learn how to stay grounded too. Now, here's a simple but powerful question I often used with my own kids. I use it with my clients too. Here it is. Do you want me to listen, or do you want my advice? This builds autonomy, trust, and emotional awareness. And it reminds your child they're not alone, that you're available to help if they want or need it, but they're also capable on their own. Occasional struggle is normal. But if you're noticing persistent negative self-talk, avoidance, or fear, emotional shutdown or constant frustration, loss of joy, identity tied entirely to performance. That's not a character flaw, that's a skill gap. And skill gaps, mental, emotional, psychological, can be trained, just like speed, agility, and technique. Now, a word about confidence. Confidence isn't hype. It's also not constant reassurance or medals or results. Confidence is the unshakable trust in your ability to respond when things are hard. And that trust is built through experience, reflection, support, and learning how to handle struggle, which is why your response as a parent matters so much. If your child is struggling right now, they don't need you to rescue them. They need you to stay steady, stay connected, and stay curious. You're not raising a performer. You're not raising a robot. You're raising a human being. And human beings grow through struggle. If you're a parent who wants to help your athlete build confidence, focus, and emotional resilience without adding pressure or overstepping your role, this is exactly the kind of work I do. Head to AntoinetteDaytalk.com to learn how mental performance coaching can support both athletes and parents. And if you're ready for a more personal conversation, click Book a Free Session on my website to schedule time with me directly. I'd love to connect. And finally, if this episode resonated with you, do me a favor, share it, drop a comment, tap 5 stars, and don't forget to subscribe and follow us on social media so you never miss a mental workout. This is Coach Antoinette signing off, and as always, keep training your brain like you train your body and keep pushing your limits.